You ever have that feeling like you're pushing as hard as you can to move forward, but everything, and I mean everything, seems to be falling apart around you? Opportunities just vanish, your best laid plans totally collapse, and you're just left standing there thinking, it's a question we all ask ourselves, right? It feels so confusing, so frustrating, and honestly, it feels personal. But what if? What if we're looking at all this chaos in completely the wrong way? Okay, so let's just reframe this for a second because this is a really powerful idea. What if all these tough moments, these setbacks, what if they aren't some kind of cosmic punishment? What if they're actually a form of preparation, a sign that you're getting ready for a massive life shift? So let's dig into that first idea. Is your life really falling apart? Or is something else going on? Is the universe actually clearing the path for whatever's supposed to come next? Yeah, this one can really sting. That business you poured your soul into just fails. A relationship you thought was forever suddenly ends. The career path you were so sure about just evaporates. It feels like you're being targeted. But this is so often the very first signal that a huge breakthrough is just around the corner. I love this analogy because it just makes so much sense, doesn't it? You can't build your dream kitchen on top of old, rotting floorboards. You gotta tear out the old stuff first. The universe might just be demolishing what no longer serves you to make room for something stronger, something better, something that's more aligned with the person you're becoming. Okay, so that's what can happen on the outside. But what's really fascinating is that the most powerful signs, they don't start out there. Nope, they start right inside you. You know that feeling, right? That itch you can't scratch. The things that used to make you happy or feel safe now just feel, well, empty. Your daily grind, which used to be comforting, now feels more like a prison. You just have this nagging feeling that you're meant for more. And listen, that is not a sign of failure. It's a sign your awareness is expanding. You're just outgrowing the old you. And this next sign, it's kind of weird because it doesn't always make logical sense. You might not have a 5-year plan, but you just feel this deep gut feeling pulling you in a new direction. That's your intuition kicking into high gear. It's like your subconscious knows where you're going before your conscious mind has even caught up. You have to listen to that voice. And this is absolutely crucial. Every single major breakthrough you will ever have begins in your mind. Before your circumstances ever change, your thoughts have to change first. You start to actually believe that new things are possible for you. You see solutions where you used to only see roadblocks. This inner shift, it's the engine for everything that follows. And look, this isn't just some abstract idea. There is real science to back this up. It's called neuroplasticity. When you intentionally change your patterns of thinking, you are literally physically rewiring your brain. You're creating new neural highways that lead to new actions, new habits, and you guessed it, a new reality. All right, so we've covered what's happening inside of you. Now let's talk about how the universe starts to kind of talk back, how it reflects those inner changes through some pretty strange external signs. Okay, so have you ever had one of those moments where a coincidence happens that is just a little too perfect to be an accident? That's a synchronicity. These are those little moments where it feels like the universe is giving you a wink, just to let you know you're on the right track. I mean, this can show up in all sorts of ways. Maybe you're seeing repeating numbers like 1111 every single time you glance at a clock. Or you're wrestling with a problem and then 3 different people give you the exact same advice on the same day. Or the perfect book you needed to read just happens to fall off the shelf right in front of you. These aren't random, they're little road signs. And this isn't a new age concept either. The famous psychologist Carl Jung actually came up with the term. He believed these weren't just random chance, but moments where we get a little glimpse of the underlying order of the universe. It's a sign that you're starting to get in tune with it all. Now, this next one, this one can be tough. It can be really painful, actually. As you start to grow and your vibe changes, you might notice that some old friendships just don't fit anymore. The conversations feel draining, or you realize your values are just different now. It's not about anyone being a bad person. It's just that you're on different paths. The universe is making room for the people who belong in your next chapter. Okay, this brings us to the final hurdle, and honestly, it's often the biggest one. Right when you think you're about to cross the finish line, one last massive challenge pops up out of nowhere. And you have to burn this quote into your brain because it is so true. It's that final mile of the marathon, you know? Your legs are burning, you're out of breath, and every part of you is screaming to just stop. But this is the moment. It's what separates the people who break through from those who turn back. That finish line is way closer than it feels. But here's the thing, you have to understand about this test. It's not there to break you. It's there to prove how ready you are. It's like the universe is asking you one last time. Are you sure about this? Are you really prepared for everything that comes with this new life you want? When you pass this test, you've proven it, both to the universe and to yourself. Okay, so after all of that, the chaos, the inner shifts, the synchronicities, and that final brutal test, what does it all really mean? Let's tie this all together. This right here is the biggest takeaway. Please remember this. From your old point of view, it looks like total destruction. But from a higher perspective, it's actually construction. The pieces of your life aren't just scattering into the wind, they're being rearranged into a beautiful new picture that you just can't see yet. And really, it has to be this way. It just does. Because a breakthrough isn't just about your life changing, it's about you changing. And that process of becoming someone new, it's messy. It's confusing. It means shedding an old skin, and that is almost never a neat and tidy experience. So I want to leave you with this question. Just take a second and really think about it. As you look back over the signs we talked about, from things collapsing to that inner restlessness to seeing those weird little synchronicities, which of these have been showing up in your life? Because recognizing them might be the key to realizing that your breakthrough isn't some far-off dream. It's happening right now.